The NBA media's been working overtime trying to rewrite NBA history by watering down Kobe Bryant's greatness. Bleacher Report's latest all-time list just dropped, and they had Kobe all the way down at 11th.
Do you think that Kobe Bryant is anywhere between 7 and 11?
Where do you have him?
I got him at 11. That's why I have him.
A what?
James,
Keep
Jordan,
going.
Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Magic, Bird, Duncan, Olajuwon, Diesel.
What the hell?
Now,
11th? And just like all of us, Shaq felt it was a crime too. That's a 5-time NBA champion, a 2-time Finals MVP, a player who dropped 81 points in a single game, and was the definition of Mamba mentality. And somehow, he's not even in the top 10? This list has NBA stars heated right now. But this isn't just about one list. This is a part of a long-running pattern. First, they erased Kobe from the GOAT debate, and now they're rewriting his legacy altogether? Why? Today, we've compiled a list of NBA stars disproving all the arguments against Kobe, and we're starting off with the biggest narrative, which is that he was Robin to Shaq's Batman for the first 3 rings. For years, we've been told that the Lakers' early championships were all Shaq. They used the numbers to try to portray Kobe as the sidekick. And when you stack that next to Jordan's solo dominance in Chicago, or LeBron bringing the championship to Cleveland, the narrative becomes that Kobe rode Shaq's wave. But if you ask the players who actually went toe-to-toe with him, that story doesn't hold up. Take it from Steve Nash.
I think at his best, Kobe was right up there with any of them. I don't know where the knock is, but he was as good as we've ever seen.
Now that's not a guy who played second fiddle. That's a guy who was the problem. Here's also Tracy McGrady putting Kobe over everyone.
The most skilled basketball player I ever seen is Kobe Bean Bryant.
So how can one of the most skilled basketball players ever, according to one of the most skilled in the game, be a sidekick? Kobe had that raw ability, the footwork, handle, and shot creation. These tools allowed him to take over games, whether or not Shaq was on the floor. If anything, it's even possible that Shaq got in his way, not the other way around. Here's when Kobe gave us the inside scoop on how his 40-game streak ended.
Shaq was out. It was a toe thing. So Phil comes to me before the stretch and says, Kobe, we need you to take over the offense. I'm like, all right, cool. So that literally,
say no more.
I got it. Fine, I got it. So that literally started the streak of 40 straight games, 40 points in 9 straight games. Shaq comes back from injury and Phil goes, I still continue to do it, right? And then Phil calls me to his office, goes, hey, we're starting to lose the big fella. What do you mean? Well, he's not getting the attention. This 40-point streak is starting to kind of take away his fire to prove something, right? So I need you to start dialing it back. I'm like, what? He says, we're going to lose him, and we need him in June. Okay. All right. You have a game against the Clippers. I think I like 38 or something like that. And I had a chance to score 40 again. It was a blowout game. I dumped the ball in the Shaq instead of shooting a wide-open shot. The 40-point streak ended that night.
Kobe wasn't carried by Shaq. At the very least, he carried the three-peat equally with Shaq. And at his best, he carried Shaq. He was the main engine. So, what's the other argument? Kobe Bryant has just one regular season MVP. One. And for years, that's been ammo for the critics. Jordan won 5, LeBron's got 4, even Steve Nash, who some argue stole one from Kobe in 2006, has 2. So the narrative goes, how can you be the GOAT with just one MVP? Well, here's how one of the league's best defenders responds to that.
I personally think he should be, but the things that we think and the way we see these things, most people can't see them through this lens. The impact that he had, you don't have that impact if you're not one of the greats, greatest ever.
Draymond's not talking about awards here. He's talking about presence, energy, influence. That stuff doesn't show up in voting ballots, but shows up every night on the court. And this ability to show up every night is why legends like Larry Bird pick Kobe over LeBron.
Desire to win, his dedication in the offseason to get better, and he's just tough. He's just a tough cat. But if you want to have fun like I did with Bill Walton, you play with LeBron. But if you want to win and win and win, it's Kobe.
And to show you just how much Kobe represents winning, here's Dwayne Wade talking about drawing inspiration from him to win.
For me, Kobe was the bar. He was the greatest player in the game. To me, he was, he played the same position. And so for me, I needed that respect from Kobe, more so than anybody else in the league.
Think about that. Wade didn't chase league approval. He chased Kobe's approval because in the eyes of his peers, Kobe was the bar. Now, another argument some people and often the media like to make is Kobe's advanced metrics. Michael Jordan has the highest box plus minus of all time. Nikola Jokic is second, while LeBron's right behind him. But Kobe's down at 32nd with 4.55. And his true shooting percentage? Lower than Steph's, and even KD. But those who actually played the game see what advanced metrics cannot record or understand. Even if the box plus minus puts Kobe so far down from MJ, Allen Iverson knows better.
Kobe is the closest thing to me to Mike.
You and me both.
Here's AI talking about the fear factor. And for him, Kobe was the only player who mirrored that MJ energy.
Never seen nobody as competitive like him but Mike. I say Mike, and I say Kobe, and then everybody else.
LeBron's after that for you?
Definitely.
And just like AI, Shaq doesn't think there's anyone on Kobe's level.
Who do you think is like similar to Kobe now?
Nobody. Stop it.
Well, I mean, like you got Kyrie and Devin Booker.
Stop it.
I mean,
will you stop it? I don't compare anybody to Mike, but if I had to answer the question, Kobe is the closest thing to Mike. And is there somebody that's close to Kobe? No.
Look, even MJ himself said it in The Last Dance.
I don't think you always want to take everybody one-on-one. I know, right?
Kobe. Yeah.
Also, if we're being completely fair, there are certain numbers that are often conveniently left out when having these discussions. For instance, Kobe had a ridiculous run from 2000 to 2009, where he had the most points on the top 10 list. Not only that, but in the top 5, Kobe had 4 spots, with an 81-point game, 65-point game, 62-point game, and a 61-point game. Still, they keep knocking Kobe Bryant. They even say his peak didn't last long enough. Critics argue that while MJ owned the 90s and LeBron's been elite for 2 decades, Kobe's window was shorter. Bleacher Report straight up claimed Kobe didn't have the kind of sustained best player in the world dominance that guys like LeBron, Duncan, or even Shaq had. But try telling that to legends like Dirk Nowitzki.
He's our Michael Jordan for my generation.
Think about that. Dirk is saying this not based on MVPs or stats, but based on impact, presence, that feeling you got when Kobe walked into the arena, that feeling that only one other name brings. Matt Barnes said it best here.
I'm on the violent side. Kobe and Mike were violent. They wanted to destroy you. They were killers. They wanted to destroy you. Know what I mean? And for some reason, Kobe gets looked over.
That's what the media misses. Kobe's prime wasn't about smooth numbers. It was about fear. That cold-blooded killer who dropped 60 on you just to prove a point. The one who treated every possession like it was Game 7. Kobe's that guy. So yeah, maybe the numbers suggest his peak wasn't the longest, but ask the guys who had to guard him, and they'll tell you, nobody burned brighter when it mattered.
Why do the players look at Kobe different than the media? For me, Kobe has never been out of the best basketball player of all time debate. I had guarded. In my 15 years of playing basketball, Kobe Bryant was the best basketball player in the National Basketball Association. Without question.
But the thing about the media is always the narratives. And for some reason, both Kobe and Steph not only had to fight for their place in the GOAT debate, but they always get disrespected for having Shaq and KD respectively on their teams. Kobe was all about the rings, but critics love to say that Kobe's 5 titles come with asterisks. The first 3, Shaq carried him. The last 2, he needed Pau Gasol. Then they try to claim that MJ didn't need Scottie Pippen, or that LeBron didn't need Dwayne Wade at Miami, or Kyrie at Cleveland. Bleacher Report even argued that Kobe's championship resume wasn't distinct enough to crack the top 10. But here's the league's latest MVP, putting Kobe not top 10 or top 5, but even over the GOAT.
Kobe is Michael Jordan, just on steroids. You're talking about skills. What are you talking about? I'm talking about best player. Kobe has 5 rings. What's your argument? All around. And I'm saying all around, Kobe Bryant. Bro, it's LeBron. Okay. No. We're talking about skills.
You see, Shea isn't talking about being along for the ride. He's talking about a 5-time champion who dominated both ends of the court and took on every challenge head first. And when people say Kobe's Mamba mentality is through the roof, they know what they're saying. Kobe was the type to live and breathe the gym just because someone said something cross to him. As an example, there was a time the Mamba went and studied sharks just to learn to stop Allen Iverson. And it worked. During the game, Iverson had 16 points in the first half. But when Kobe guarded him for the second half, he finished the game with just that, 16 points. And this is something people forget too. Kobe too had chase down blocks. It's not something only LeBron can do.
But Kobe Bryant is there. He's as good as Michael Jordan on any given day. I said to Bryant yesterday, it's almost like Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali. He looked at me and said, I'm not Larry Holmes. And he is 100% right.
But then, the media still has one argument: reach. They say Kobe didn't have the reach that others have. They give MJ credit for globalizing basketball in the 90s, and they praise LeBron for his business empire and activism. But Kobe? Bleacher Report says his influence just doesn't measure up. Not enough to crack the top 10. That's wild when you remember that LeBron once said he thought he was popular until he got to China with Kobe.
Who's your favorite?
Kobe.
Oh, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe is the best.
Kobe's celebrity was like Michael Jackson about to go on tour back in the day. I mean, a girl fainted right in front of us trying to get to Kobe.
You see, Kobe wasn't just a star in the US. He was the guy inspiring kids across the globe, and he embraced international fans. Even now, as the NBA struggles with ratings, China is one place where basketball viewership has remained high, and there is no doubt that Kobe was a major cause of that.
The conversation, too, about Jordan and LeBron. Who would you take there?
How come Kobe's name is never brought up? I think it's kind of disrespectful.
The disrespect is real. Ranking Kobe Bryant 11th all time just doesn't sit right with the people who mattered most, the players who shared the court with him. But what do you think is the reason why the media often disrespects Kobe? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to know what to expect next season, watch. The NBA will look totally different next season.